chama wontumi anim na hwe ne lawyer nanimu a wode asa kwade bisa nse nanti wugya chama wontumi hweyi ena kyese I mean opeso wo kire se o ma hyehyɛ eye plan o ma hyehyɛ de no underground enim se nana ye to akoso ata eti yesesemu a ebema lawyer na ba pledi wa cheto nana ma memre na fe bedu ba bi no kwayensan me start case no kwa foforo
se ko ba se chama wontumi ko point new council na new council eba fa no emuso na ehia se wonya mere na ohwehwe fa no hu se djuma no ba bi ya koduro no ehia se on recall witnesses bi ya call dada ana se on call further witnesses o hu kwan so ba bi emu se ba court say court we ma me kwa na me fa evidence bi me ka ho that's ono so be sa na se empini ni nyina it be in the records
Musiasu road wanye Trebuom wanye Impasentia wanye Bompaka wanye Antwa krom to asoni manso kwanta wanye
sika akodi chama wontumi ho or therefore eti wugidi umemisa sa question we sika akodi chama wontumi ho therefore yentimi mfa mie tomato factory
why not
yentimi mfa mie because Ghana dey bank there that is it yentimi mfa mie starch factory e Ghana yebetimi bia ye gari yebetimi a store bank ahia brem kura no therefore yebenya bank dia ofufu adi yentimi na so sika we nyina na utimi nya nipa na TV so eyi gold epie na so utimi nya nipa no yetimi otimi kwaji sika no abrofuo no waye so obi abrofuo no kwaji ye no kwagina mo no wode atwa no wode akire wiase nyina se monhwe mabrofuo anu nansa o si nsuo to ye na yi da twa fani nyina so therefore na sasem we ye ka e de kire nipa sebe na adwen eda ho na sebe nipa na obagimi for ko therefore sasem obagi adi
onyidi yo abusia for high official Atija TV or therefore ena menemo ahia yi wo de Atija ne ka ho ana wa wie mekura enenso eyeda foforo me ne asa ahia e wo platform yi so a ye bedi nkomo e de afa Ghana ho Ghana eye wo de a ena Ghana ye menso me de a no matter baabi a wo abuchi kro bi a wo so bia no se ye ka Ghana na wo te Ghana din a na wankasa wo ye proud de bia me ka me say yempese nipa betu kwan based on ye leaders poor leadership a yentimi hu bibi enye wo ho ntino ye pe ba bi afa na ebom ye betu kwan on the basis say yes environment your country no koye nanso ye pese yes environment that one is justifiable akwantuo ye na ebom wa chinya ye hwe ne yemputu things right ne mfama mpanyimfo no mo hunu say ye ni abrepa na nya agro ene ye die ye hwe ade lawyer and the appear could be a twitwaje fence chama wontumi ye di kan be ye story a kire mo se o se ojai etidwoada wako a wode letter akoko court of botu abu saba ka kire o se ayenini awore tenga ayenini o te sa asem na no nso de letter ko ye se ye mpene makwa wi nya enya da onya ne nya ichina wono a na enwie wonim ensunsanso a wo ho ne se and the appear could be video na me de ba kire no o hwe chama wontumi anim na o hwe and the appear could be animu a na lawyer na kire ono nso be kasa aye no animu a minia eye plan and wo mafa plan na nkrofo na fadi nyina na yakoye se omo de ono twene ho na lawyer foforo ba na lawyer na ba bebu nkotodwa pachew o judgment wada roma mesrew minim se na wo de judgment eba na nso se no lawyer wo kita no wagya na kwantiemfi enti mesrew boa me na ma me be 2 months na me ntimi mfa emoaboa me ho na me evidence bi wo ho akikam amfosi akimi mufosi akimi me se o man ne be yeye ene hia chama wontumi ekwanya chama wontumi de nipa fa so na wo de bibi me pese wo behwe video gui me the video bi basesi a wo hwewi a na fei akire ya de the proper video na ye deny omo after court no eno nso aba na mum sa video no is about lawyer Kusi those days MPP mu no oba abonten ebeka se chama wontumi nana me say contractor ye de ma chama wontumi a wantumi afofele metimi abobo kakra bi so na fei me the video na kira hwefo o say Musiasu road Asante region contractor chama wontumi je ye no ene chama wontumi timi beda na road contractor Musiasu road wanye Mpasatia wanye Trabuom wanye Bompata wanye ena afa say Antoine Krom to Asuonyino road wanye ono ne de ma no chama wuntumi anye ena mo se fa say Manson Kwanta akoya anye ena Ahensan fire service to Lake Road offer wanye unim say 1 million to 1 constituency semino woman to akakra ba ya no nua agye ya watena so chesa kwa we pa dia me so mu jana mana kwa won na na yenko hesa video no mra interview fans press conference no ya press conference ni bia wo do wonte ho ba no bawura lawyer na ya ma me kwa ma na resign mu na fe yemfa video no machira hwefo yenko bra
anti hade dudu na on ya dia ma no sure then ya the press conference bi san say nyuma na wo he wanye Musiasu road wanye Tebuom wanye Mpasatia wanye Bompata wanye Antoine Krom to Asuonyino Manson Kwanta wanye Ahensan fire service to Lake Road omeka na bia sa contract no ti a wonye ye na se obi beto ama party ye ni pondo be register aye kwa we ya obeye ani fe ku mpoma obenye so afa eno no be da kwa and you can say who say party na jitum yes say one constituency 1 million no say 20% Emma police station agents regional and constituency executives sorry na you call middle belt authority no and say 20% no matter am a chairman yes see can we here one of the man no and then we are by this press conference asking you because you have decided to engage in a war of press conference and we are giving you the same measure. Also by a press conference there, let's say the press conference is out 20%, you know, and we're fighting. Go to me, there's one pound 20 yamba. Yamba. The Yano. A press conference here, why you yes, if 20 no yamba. Did you use opposition?
Whatever. Nana. Hesa ankofo we nyina na omo ka sekire ka no kore no de kire enipa nyina. Enti lawyer and the apia kubi nti sa video wo hui. Ana no onim sa Ashanti region na wo no lawyer the apia kubi no wo hobi no. Wonim sa contract ni nyina na wo chama wontu bensam. Awurade. Na fa wote ho bra na fa me fa main video na nkasa nkyira hwefo.
Therefore nyame anim no kure ni. Asem a lawyer Kusimo ka ho asem no. No kure trudo. Every say me no mienu nyina yenni adanse kese pa se edweso ebra ba election yiwu donkuma wu ya Akufo Addo begia simpie so the whole president sabenya adembone a the whole president o na obaya wasem a wo kan say the whole Ghana kwan bia ye be ya se chama untumi nimu a enye yi.
Look at this.
Asem a wo kan president a whole president just what my chama untumi na ye ne hu nipa because of so ye financier e de mamo enunti especially Akufo Addo ne Bawumia eti no road constructions nyina chama untumi na nsa especially Ashanti region na so therefore se wo be kasa asem we na wo be free abamu because time a wo be di sa nkomo no na nche e bia o nti se wo be free abamu na odi sa nkomo we na ye bu nkompe ko ye chini roads no chama untumi nye ya na wo aban no kra wonya kromfo president na ye Akufo Addo no wonya kromfo e na ade asa no ma edu to therefore bibia di adanse si chama untumi boni e wadi no na meme ogidi esese ye chini no odamu a ye be say di na sem asa de na ba bie ma sambe be say wo de obewefu na ni be bie ti
on the third no ye you know fence bank no on the third no ye I think say Galamsey no numeri forest way no eno ho asem bank de no de eno so da nche yo ya wo 3 cases etia chama wuntimi nti we okotwene mu kura na obefiri court no asaba abedi ada one no
sa
nti so nya we 25 years we 10 years we 15 years e kabo ma okodi jail no
yes
obewie na ayi Ghana no kura se ya
chama wuntumi de ya no kura trodo say because evidence na me de ama no ye nyina me no mienu nyina sa abre ye nyina obi Ghana ni bia nim se Kufu Ado gina adwe so simpie so ekoka sa asem ne se Kumasi road nyina no chama wuntumi ena ye de hye ne se mi wa na road minister ho
nana fence lawyer de ampia kubi person resign anye yi court say on tiase onko so ntinam process no crow fast no kwa anye sa na ye no nti onko so ntinam ko si ebedi asem na wi why na dey say still or sa ko fa kwan foforo so asan ba chese kwan bia so obefirim nana describe no kakra na fe yemfa enkyere wo mo.
All right, sisi ano nyame anim no kure ni me no ade ba akwa de bia me kan se MPP na nkasa na PC no wo mo na nkasa no nye chama wuntume nko ena enye memfa ne se nkofo bi a omo den edin wo MPP for na nkasa na team as MPP na nkasa na MPP na wo no therefore omo nyina ho bo kankan therefore me kaso omo ho bo kankan anye se bia temdie se obi boni wo mo ho ankasa enu timpa ya me body so therefore se chama wuntumi nya ebie keten no a ese se omo aka ni flow sa because ye woni pa de bebre wo no therefore omo di boni but ya kwa de se abani prosecute o ma ye say na wo ye we chanting o tata o ye we chant o tata o therefore o my Ghana so nchechire na ye chechire o enu ti se ye chechire o my Ghana na se ye ko ni say dia na ye ankasa say na ye pese Ghana na ekoduhwe sika akodi chama wuntumi ho therefore eti wugini umemisa sa question we sika akodi chama wuntumi ho therefore yentimi mfa mie tomato factory
why not
yentimi mfa mie because Ghana de banche de that is yentimi mfa mie of starch factory Ghana yebetimi bia ye gari yebetimi a store banche ahia brem kura no therefore yebenya banche de awofufu adi yentimi na so sa sika we nyina na utimi nya nipa na TV so eyi gold epie na so utimi nya nipa no yetimi otimi kwaji sika no abrofuo no waye so obi abrofuo no kwaji ye no kwagina mu no wode atwa no wode akire wiase nyina sa monhwe mabrofuo anu na nsa o si nsuo toye na yire twa fani nyina so therefore na sa asem we ye ka e de kire nipa sebe na adwen eda ho na sebe nipa na obagimi for ko therefore sa asem obagi adi
onyidi
enti sa sika we nyina ne sa boni we nyina e se tama wuntumeto na so ne MPP for panifo including a lawyer
no utie lawyer na we say han asem no wo hwa ejama wono lawyer ni di anim ntinti omo sha ase be boso meme ensan nan ni no enti na lawyer yi nim sade na e keka kro no enti we se ofiri mu a ye di judgment e ba no hunu se no ya mfa techniques bi and delay ade no a e ba ha gene na look at chama wuntumi anim na hwe lawyer nanim ye de video no be kira hwefo
emfa video ni
ye mfa nkomra na ye koba ye de nte ho asaba
hunu wo court ni nti ye ni nyi ho se yebetimi anya kukodo no ne anije de agina ye client nachi say ye ni lawyer enti aye kasa ni say ye nu say mpempi no rule ni bi ho no ma ekono ya na ye ntiase ya na ya hagini na ititu ye can say submission of no case aye rule no 2 sentence they say it is dismissed without giving reasons ye per time I said nebra ochina bra nekra me 2 cases baba ba ku 2 o'clock and no yenya enough time to prepare to defend our client o kanzo court e menye adwuma appeal obi beka say adenti na wonti ase awuko appeal ba ku da ho since 18th of March 2026 appeal against the decision about submission of no case to answer na say wo record video ho say more than 3 months say appeal the court ho yemfa file po ma register po no dey organize records no amia itimia transmit ko court of appeal let's say appeal process na kasa no ye no was our court we no you lose confidence say ye dey bia beto already March 3rd intimi kwa certain records enti ye sand foforo kwa eno so e be den anything na ye intimi pa appeals no nko send the TN because judge no would say file no akwesi court ho ama file no ntimi move enko registry wa say ye de adwuma no ebetimi akọ appeal enti omo e ka se enko appeal no de edi ka akọ e kwa ye hu so mfaso na yasa akubio enti ene ya ye bohu ya ye attorney general say ofale preliminary legal objection ofale yensusu ye say anka bi ye court no mom na say we copy ene so odwini ho a enye ye che say the court system ye bailiffs be say we ye chambers enye court no na turn into bailiff to serve us enti nema e koso court ho ene na ma ye hu say ebia na personal disposition no na embo a client yi ye ho afim ama ye client no afa where afofo a obe babeboa
na kanse na okase mu yi ho afim a argument amafo ka ne se mu ne se time a judgment no ebeba no aben dodo se be yi ho afim se bia entimi embo client no kwa so
nye se time na aben ni ye no a ye hu no emwa fair trial enti bia na meminti na ne ye no eba de saa bia na obi ba na ne ye na sesa se ne bia be nya fair trial in all cases criminal trial the fair trial under article 91 of the constitution ese man mre na ohwehwe information ohwehwe evidence e dey defend ho obi a na ye de record time ye hu bi da se case aba enne bra o chambra 2 o'clock 3 o'clock na nyina eno ne yehu ne se asemwa bi isi de asemwa no esi no ense se konsa enti bia na me from so tina se da city me it is under no circumstance me say evidence that the hono ene ma mienu na possible outcomes ene mguase ene glory enti do bi obey decision was a case here that way any evidence dey ohu ada say ne mguase ana so obey qualified
kanse si court ne say enya de say obeje wo application the next step here
next step ne say may officially withdraw from the case I'll file notice of withdrawal na may be who case na say Ghana ne de say tumika ne ko pass judgment on somebody ye behwe court ne say procedure no dey by say inform court ne say ye who it is unknown to criminal jurisprudence I agree na so law there maybe I grow now in the case of Republic versus Dufo before that case no case management criminal trial but in the case of Dufo the court ruled say SSA case management and since then no case management including even in this case now case management any criminal procedure maybe but send a court who say a better fair trial you import case management from civil jurisdiction into criminal jurisdiction so notice of withdrawal of legal services. In fact, recent time, Mrs. Gertrude Tokonugas, Attorney General, lawyer, court was say, on to me representing the client review. Court to say improper and incompetent. Say obecho letter keke. Na say so fa kwanya obe from court no e kwampa so by way of motion. Enti se court no Supreme Court akasa Supreme Court so can one can say in civil trial or say wo back court by way of one year say oba properly by way of motion. To taking advice from Supreme Court ruling in that matter. If you listen be papa say be back court near the motion be inform court no obia to say and the appeal could be represented who to me bill was a case him. Send your bear and come say, oh, for a chair boko and already, and I say the TSO and the appeal could be represented who to me to the end. And into any Supreme Court again, I didn't come on AGB in the case of Dufo and the case management. And it's a court to grow there. Now, possible, see a better adopt proceedings in civil trial in a criminal matter na ese court no so agitumu na e grow in that direction.
Council, last one finally. To see our court in the ruling about still over filing where you work. In Japan, to see who you work from. Yeah, expect to say different council and we take case and I say what do you want to hear?
Oh, yes, I'm here, man. We ma catch every day. Tia me yi me work from. Ebi na dey see say court no na serve me processing. Proper. Enti ma catch no ti wono. Now obe your decision so obe appoint new council and I say on appoint na say court can say obe file address say for whatever it is worth first you know I can't say maybe until we are also advised by the phrase for whatever it is worth say court to say for whatever it is worth not just say you need to say be file address no granting obi for ban no be file but let me for one say ko ba say chairman want to appoint new council eba file no emuso na ehia say wonya mere no hwehwe file no hu say djuma no ba bia ya koduro no ehia say on recall witnesses bia ya call dada and say on call further witnesses who can so baby and what's a back to say court we man ko na me for evidence ni me ka ho that's all so be say na say opinion ni nyina it be in the records
Council Pacho yen issue baby ya kudru na fo bebre eni edi akire say lawyer ekoba se otwe no firi ma ruling na wo se eba July 3 enya maso ana
o eno de me ntimi enchire say judge ne de wa agene say obema ni judgment on July 10 tema wontumi wa kwanya say obefa lawyer bi opese ofa no ofa lawyer na anamo a lawyer no pese otu e wo mra kwan so no obi antimi nyimfiri ni nsam o ho kwan so obetu anamo bia mra kwan so opese otu na ya hwe sene a ebeko.
Okay, so baby a bedru so lawyer no pepe no different lawyer bit ma so na wo de abagina ruling na no ana
o different na make as a chairman wontumi so fa lawyer fofra lawyer no emra kwan so wa kwanya say obeba court na de opese o de bedom court bia o de bedom court na anamon bia court no so betu afa de o de beba no court na tu e de afa.
Oh okay, so the cinema focus ma pa chairman wontumi nya sanity
o dabi
moja no quantity
dabi e be dan le jana quantity. Don't forget say your cases miensa and they represent chairman wontumi. Criminal court one case still is ongoing. We are still representing wontumi. For specific reasons our lawyer and the appear could be esusu say undermine the representation this particular case what criminal court for enti na wejina so say or twene ho a free case in enti enche say weja wontumi wa jejemu ana say akwantin fi ana say so mfimfi ni weja na say wanya sanity.
Oh okay, that's so great.
The court has heard part of the, let's say, the AG's preliminary legal objection, and effectively the court is saying that your application is alien to the court.
That's right.
It is incompetent, and saying has been dismissed. What's your immediate reaction?
Well, law is growing, so we should be patient to learn the law, even in situations of difficulty. But we relate to precedent at all times, and you remember that the civil procedure rules are different from the criminal procedure rules as we operate in the courtroom. But in the case of Republic versus Dufour, it was determined that case management, which was part of civil procedure, be adopted by the court. And since then, we have all adopted case management, which is part of civil procedure. And in law, whatever is excluded should not necessarily be included. But it does not also mean exclusion in another area of law. So once the courts have adopted part of civil procedure, there is a presumption that other parts would be appropriate if invoked. And in a recent case of Mrs. Gertrude Tokonu versus the Attorney General, Council wrote a piece of letter to inform the court of his withdrawal of services. But the court considered that inappropriate and inadequate, and therefore requested a proper procedural approach. Learning from that, and in the response to counsel then, the court said that this is inappropriate. And the court did not emphasize it is inappropriate in civil situations. It said it is inappropriate to address the court this way. So, learning from that direction, we also believe that as a court of records, we should properly inform the court of the reasons why we are withdrawing our services, and also inform all parties of such reasoning. Indeed, part of the argument of the court was that we did not serve our client, the accused person. And it is demonstrable, even in the court, that notwithstanding our intention to withdraw, we have stayed glued to our client even till today. And even on a day like this, we announce ourselves as representing our client. So the withdrawal of representation would be subsequent to today's action, not before, for generating a reason to inform him before we come to court. And he did not also, even though he was in court, object to our decision to withdraw, given a presumption that he has adequately been informed of our intention to withdraw, and we do so now that notice has been served on him and all parties and even the public. What remains to be done is for me to file a notice of withdrawal pursuant to today's arguments. So the notice of withdrawal gives also the client opportunity to engage another counsel.
I think it is where the judge, even that the court had an issue with you, that once you are withdrawing the services of your client, is the one that engaged you, not the court. Obviously, clearly inform your client, and the client can even inform the court that my lawyers are no more representing.
Well, either way, we come to the same deliverable. Is that not the case? That the legal services have been withdrawn. So whoever provides the information, I think it is ethical rather for the lawyer to do that and explain why, for the court to understand the disengagement, rather than for the accused person to come to court and inform the court that my lawyers have withdrawn. I think we wanted to do the better thing for the court to appreciate why, and also to demonstrate our commitment to our client up to now. And the words of the judge say that you have abandoned. Do you see any abandonment in the relationship that I have with my client? The answer is no. I have not abandoned him. But it is for reasons like what happened today that I wanted officially the court to be informed of decisions that we have taken as counsel. So we have not abandoned him. We are with him now. We will stay with him until we file the notice of withdrawal officially, and then he be given the opportunity to engage another counsel to come and prosecute the matter. You see, we have a lot of complaints, that is why. And in fact, the complaints are in the affidavit. And because people do not want the affidavit to come out and explaining why we are withdrawing, I'm saying that I am disappointed with the performances in the court. That is why I'm withdrawing. In any case, I filed a notice of appeal against the ruling on the submission of no case in the Court of Appeal, and this was as far back as 18th of March 2026, and up till now today, the registry cannot get hold of the docket to be able to prepare the documents to remit to the Court of Appeal. So we have not been able to even settle records 3 months down the line, and if we expect goodwill from the bench, is it the way to go? Is this how we operate? 3 months, having filed a notice of appeal, I filed additional grounds of appeal, everything, we're done. We expect that we will settle records. By now, maybe the appeal will have been heard. 3 months. The docket is still in the court. It can't get to the registry for records to be settled. And is this justice or is it an attempt to frustrate the hearing of the appeal? This is one of the reasons why we are also withdrawing. And today, you were in court. You saw what happened. The court is now becoming the bailiff. I was served by an officer of the court sitting a notice of preliminary legal objection. And is this done? Ordinarily, bailiffs are not supposed to even serve parties in the courtroom. We are served outside the court. And indeed, when I have indicated my address, you serve me in the place that I've indicated on records as my address. But this is the court serving me rather than the bailiff serving me. So all this.
One thing that many have spoken about the timing in which you are intending to withdraw your services.
Yes,
one of the things that happened was the fact that if you disagree with the comment and then the push of the judge,
we have filed the appeal, and the appeal that we have filed, what has happened? The appeal is dead and sleeping because somebody is refusing to release the file for the registry to mobilize the documents for transmission to the Court of Appeal or for us to even settle records.
What is your next step?
My next step is to withdraw officially by notice to the court that I have withdrawn. And if it is the case that the court will not allow him enough time to engage counsel to continue with the prosecution of the matter, I leave it to the public to determine, and to the judge also to the...
Evidence is over.
I cannot say so.
The court said
I cannot say so. At any point in time, new counsel comes in, he thinks that he want to prefer further evidence, he has a right to make an application for recall of witnesses or for a call of new witnesses. And he needs to also study the brief and be able to deliver his address to the court. And in all this, why are we rushing him to give him a judgment when we have not exhausted the procedural opportunities?
All right, thank you.
I want to make case we know. I say a party trial, NDC trial, because we dream one, never almost chairman fashion. We dream one. Nti asebi enim aye otan or the enti ameka say otan wo as a media people mo hu say time mo chi chairman wontwe almost 1.5 years. Every blessing day someone say your court. I'm not the person me hu dey see your courtroom so ye nyina ye back court so ati wo hwe first issue pre-bag na sama omo kan Kwabena Dufo, this Attorney General Dominic Ayine, Kwabena Dufo pre-bargain recently, right? Into Kwabena Dufo, where Ghana needs to chairman wontumi and I say why because of where NDC or no pre-bargain or no pre-bargain for so wontumi there when the pre-bargain for so. Uba, there's so many cases yeah pre-bargain and try say okay pre-bargain Ghana constitution na ediba enye wontumi na ehia say pre-bargain eno na mabodi no say Kwabena Dufo is a beneficiary of pre-bargain nti adenti na wontumi there ono be pre-bargain akwa NDC for say wontumi say waji ne form so etum say waji bone ne pre-bargain no a benefit Kwabena Dufo ye oman Ghana ye japade ye nyina gina ha nyina ye japade President Mahama wo opposition wa say Akufo-Addo obewie sika wode ma ne nkofo gabi ne bedi ato na ewemu na omo akowia oman ne sika ne oman ne japade ye de ama Ibrahim Mahama any legality a ne omo gina so e dey try wontumi as a summer boy any numre forest omo say wontumi wo lances or documents say oye mining but you don't have minister approval until no akọ numre forest. This is the reason omo try no with the court rule. Yes sir. Ibrahim Mahama ye did dama mine amano. And Supreme Court say before ye di mine ma no ubeko site akoye adwuma no you need to have a parliamentary approval. Ibrahim Mahama didn't have parliamentary approval before he went to mine a diamond man. Was I did gold no comma gold board so omonton. So that illegality no ye empire and say fine. Yamfa Omo betima using political power. They can use everything to jail Wontumi, but they should forget say mre in kaso.
Sanya esi kono oha sanya oha say omo betima use any means get jail no.
Na see.
Omo be jail na say that.
No na me tell say the ACC yehunu social media NDC for trauma social media so Wontumi go 15 years, Wontumi go 7 years, Wontumi go 8 years. And no, a trust them. Case our court. No, be a GD say court no prepare your head banner. I say NDC court. Because we should nema ACC or courtroom home. We dream who I want to say a day, Wontumi yet me back court. Someone money yet me back court 3 times. Criminal court 1, criminal court 3, SIU, way. I know every. So the American Union say, they can use their power to jail Wontumi. Omonkai say Ibrahim Mahama so. The mine I want demand one family papa fine so because the Supreme Court categorically can on one case. On one case, time Akufo-Addo by 2016, yet the box side in the man. Chrome for no Supreme Court. Supreme Court will rule against Ibrahim Mahama. Any engineer and planning say before Obia Ubenya to me say two or minor gold, you need to have a parliamentary approval. There is Ibrahim Mahama have parliamentary approval before he want to do that my man. Until ye Ghana for Obia to me here from Swakakra. Yeah, by 2016, Ibrahim Mahama ma fake check. Almost 70 check. Akufo-Addo encourage say Ibrahim Mahama because of Otan where former president Nuenti where a businessman, right? Yamani ko trace kano. Say so MPP e bet my generation can prosecute Ibrahim but yeah there sir. Ye 4 time and ye e dey ni bre. Ushe Wontumi case where NDC for 9 men because we contested national chairman. Uno contesting national chairman there. You bet it too. Sana omo say one national chairman no. No on pay baby ntina. One national chairman one national chairman. Even with the omunity no tum concern woman Wontumi will still remain the ballot box. Say pray national chairman. I'm telling them. Okay.
Last word, in se court mo na obofu yi pa na aya kasaka. Je kan wana obofu sa.
The ema me bufu e say, me hu say nema ekoso no enye fair trial. Enye nne say nyina ye ba court. Wontumi case we are every day hu say ye ba. But nema bi wo ho a say human being no. Sa wo ti ho ne ye didi Wontumi a. Wonim say wo echina say injustice no ye be debate you so ye nka nche say trial no is illegal obi anka say Wontumi obru mra so mamra ne nti but mra ne be di a endi ne kwan pa so right mra no may use political mra ye use NDC mra ye use Ghana constitution Ghana mra ejidi a Ghana for woma Supreme Court no nra President Mahama of first Supreme Court unanimous decision. Was it NDC bar? They should put their also people in the court. So do you think say Sankofoni been appointed to President Mahama? It's in record. Say unanimous decision. Even they form NDC Lawyers Association. In Ghana, Rombe no one say country. Mra yedi boom mino. Yako form lawyers for the party. Ebi see that. And no na ma ye mre no say no say wa ko si dan mu nsuo no wicked foundation and no na ye hu because uhwe ne ma omodi Wontumi fa so no enye na Wontumi no unim say echina ebebo obi so
Etinana, look at the facial expression of Kennedy Kennedy me tuche at the mouth that will be one no station way echa na yan hwa de hwe chama wontumi anim na hwe ne lawyer nanimu a wode asa kwade bi san say nenti wugya chama wontumi hwe ene che say I mean opeso wo kire say o ma hye eye plan o ma hye sade no underground enim say nana ye to akoso acha eti yesesemu a ebema lawyer number pledi what cheto na ma memre na fe bedu ba bi no kwayensan me start case no kwa foforo because obe tender in fresh evidence bi kwasesa cook evidence bi di aba na to asoma me flow ba me
therefore nyame anim no kureri yenhwe saade we case ya yedi awia ne sa
wonye judge de ne judge eba
case yedi awie mo evidence nyamo di aba lawyer eya ndia pia kubi o mranimfo what me the information what's about Ghana ba be catch Ghana for say per evidence a wo de abadi adanse say o client no ekoyie ya gi atomo therefore aka be say o therefore na wotwe mienu pe na case no ya kele no ya wie no na wotwe me ba na say also o be redura wo fo si Ghana for ya gimi entesuo na dwina ya adwene mu hwade case a wonim say wo evidence ye correct ukura wo nsem a wo ka no therefore wasem nyina ne say case we obi obedi bia na wanhwe yi a eyanim guase e na glory chese so obi bia wo bedi attention bia no ebe like anim guase ebe bo akwam eti wonim ne wa present na wonim enkonim di awadi afi wo dwane wo kwai Jinamu ni yemfa fine anemra.
Yes, ye mani nyane.
Oye dipa boni ni atese se revoke ne license. Na ona bu Canada Japan, e me yase ono no pese nipa nya adwuma ye nto mma na obe revoke sa akwa we license. Enka onye ne license oba onye ne license mfiri ne nsem. Onye lawyer ni papa. Na e wo mu se lawyer for no oba adwuma ne se lawyer dey defend ni ade. Or therefore, edu ba bi time. Lawyer and their peer kubi. Eye den na ukogira wose kanofori ate bo Ghana from enti enyini mfiro na de chama wuntumi ase o man Ghana no wose ne ade na uye hypocrite sa ade na uye nipa we yo si nipa nto abama no no oni nipa so odi nipa
brana champo achi eyi nenam eti papa em say wo hwe se de case na tie ne dia na ye be ma hwefo ahunu se nukure ni nukure ebedi nukure fo achi intro azani kontompo ni de ebe expose na high official Atija TV ye manon channel ye de mu ebisi hande subscribe to the channel na share efamaye na masro constituency mobilization no ye ni abrepa enutumo ye na yentumi nya enough t-shirts emfamoa constituencies no na bibia ntumi nkoso na menhyira mo